All right. Hey, YouTube, I'm Lucky, and I have some huge news that we got to cover today. Bungie has sort of released a roadmap. It's not exactly what we were looking for or what we expect in a roadmap, and they aren't calling it an official roadmap, but it's a sort of calendar, and it lays out the list of events that we can expect over the course of this crazy long, like 6 month long season with a little mini, 30th anniversary event happening halfway through, which is almost kind of like a season in and of itself, let's be honest. So let's go ahead and look at this calendar. I'm going to analyze it with you all here for this video. So spoiler alert, if you don't want to know any of this stuff, I guess maybe don't look, but you should want to know all of this, right? Like this is just a normal calendar thing. This doesn't spoil anything really, but I will throw that out there, I guess. So first up, we have Season of the Lost begins from August to September. This is obviously the time frame by which we are in right now. So you're going to see things that we've already experienced. We've got crossplay goes live. That has happened. It's working pretty flawlessly. Let me know if you've had any troubles or issues with crossplay. It would seem across the board it's working great. I really enjoy it. I'm doing trials carries and I can help people on PlayStation, Xbox, wherever they may be. It's a good time for me. I'm enjoying crossplay. Next up, they have Astral Alignment and Shattered Realm. And then they have, which we obviously have, and there's been some bugs with those, but they're out. And then we have Legendary Weapon Quests. And then an Exotic Quest. Now, obviously, we've gotten that new Exotic Quest now. I believe this would be referencing that Trace Rifle. And we have Revamped Trials of Osiris Begins. It doesn't actually mention here, but we are getting the Catalyst next week. Like I talked about their time getting the Catalyst. But maybe that's just too minute of a detail, really, for this sub. That is August to September. Now let's move on to next month. And we've got October to November, so things that we haven't quite experienced yet. We've got Festival of the Lost event returning, so that will be an exciting time. And we'll have something new to do with that. You'll get Masks, Candy, and Haunted Sectors activity. Along with that, we're going to see Season of the Lost updates. Grandmaster Nightfalls are going to come in between October and November, which will give you the Adept Comedian Shotgun and will give you the Adept Hothead Rocket. Now, the Adept Comedian probably doesn't have much viability in PvP or PvE. Unless you really like it, use it. But I'm talking about in terms of meta. But the Adept Hothead Rocket will actually be very viable and a very strong rocket in PvE because you can put Adept Big Ones on it. So definitely, that will be worth it in my opinion. Definitely worth grinding out some Grandmasters this season for that Adept Hothead Rocket God roll. And they also talk about the Astral Alignment and Shattered Realm difficulty options. So there's going to be some increased difficulty options with this, and we'll see what that brings to us. Next up, we have from December to February. So the past one was August to September. That's 1 month. October to November, that's 1 month. And then December to February, that's 3 months. You got December, January, and February. So we got a big leap of time here, and there's going to be quite a few exciting details in this one. We've got the Bungie 30th anniversary event, so 30 years since Bungie launched their business. So they've got a new dungeon, which we already know is going to be in Master Rahul's loot cave, as it's been dubbed now. Originally, it was just a loot cave that you would shoot in, and enemies would just spawn endlessly. If you played in the OG loot cave, you're a real one, a real OG Destiny player, but that was a long time ago. And so that's where the dungeon is going to be located. And within that, if you complete that, you will complete the Gjallarhorn exotic quest. So the Gjallarhorn is going to return to the game, and the Gjallarhorn has been promised to be extremely potent and extremely rewarding, comparable to what it was in Destiny 1. So my intuition would lead me to believe that this is going to be kind of broken and easily the highest DPS weapon. Is going to melt everything under the sun. We'll see though. Only time will tell if it's going to be quite that strong. Maybe Bungie will make it super strong and then dial it back the next season. That's what they kind of do with a lot of new stuff. Make it a little too strong and then nerf it, adjust it for the next after 3 months. So that way it fits a little more in the sandbox. Next up, we have new 6-player offensive iconic weapons from, and we have new 6-player offensive, and we have iconic weapons from Bungie's past. So some really interesting stuff right there. I believe that is touching in on some of the Halo stuff that they're doing, that cross collaboration event. And it says plus much more. So obviously they don't want to give out too much of the goods just yet. They're just giving us a little taste. A hint of what's to come. So it does seem like the Bungie 30th anniversary event will be a big success in my opinion, especially right around Christmas time. Like I mentioned to y'all many before, Bungie's a business. They have strategies, It made sense that they're going to do something really big just before Christmas because that's when you sell a lot of games. That's when you sell a lot of, DLCs, season passes, whatever your in-game, purchases are. That's where video game businesses are going to try and hyper-focus to get as much business as possible during that time period because that's when you make so much money. So no surprises there that they launched this big, Halo crossover 30th anniversary crazy event, etc. And then we have seasonal events Moments of Triumph, and the Dawning. So that's going to all happen within that period of time. So a lot to go on in there. And these are just sort of tiny, minute details. This isn't our usual seasonal calendar model, which I'm hoping will come out very soon. Obviously, it's a 6-month long one, so it's going to be quite the graphic or infographic. Maybe we'll have to do 2 infographics. We'll see. But it would definitely be nice to see, because one thing to keep in mind now, and a lot of people didn't maybe pay attention to this detail, is that Trials is not around every weekend anymore. Trials is actually going to go away when Iron Banner comes out. So it would be nice to have a seasonal calendar to know when the Iron Banner weekends are going to be there and Trials is going to be gone. It'd be just interesting to know, I guess. It would be a new and unique experience being a regular Destiny player, being like, oh, Trials isn't here this weekend randomly, right? So that would be interesting, and that's why I really want the seasonal calendar. Let me know your thoughts about all of this seasonal, whatever you would call this, right? Seasonal reveal of the future of 6 months to come, right? Until February 22nd, that is. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you want to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.